many men or how many women your partner, your new partner has slept with, does that affect you? Does that affect the relationship? Do you think, you know what, hey, that was then, that was, this is now, let's just move forward? Does body count matter? Is it okay that women are promiscuous? Or is it okay that men are promiscuous? Men are gigolos, women are whole. Does body count, will that deter you from getting to know someone, building with someone, having a child with someone, opening up a business? Does what they do in the sheets matter to you? I was watching the Fresh and Fit podcast. I'm actually going to play a little bit of what was saying, but I found the conversation interesting because it was more or less like, it's acceptable for men to have a bigger body count than women. And of course, the women that were on there, they were saying, hey, men have promoted this situation of them being able to do whatever they want to do. And when you say, well, hey, we're doing what men have done for years. So my question to you all, just real quick, does body count matter to you? If someone says, you know what, I've slept with 20 people in the last 2 months, does that deter you from getting to know them? Does that mean they're a bad person? Does that mean they're not goal-oriented, God-fearing? Or does that mean that they're just wild and out of control? I really want to find out what you guys think about the situation, because I thought it was an interesting conversation. And I truly believe that, this is something that a lot of men and a lot of women take into consideration when they're looking at a mate. So let's check it out. Let's see what they say.
Yep. And we don't want hoes. And as a man, we don't want hoes.
Exactly.
And it's been that way since the beginning of time.
But understand that although women were more traditional, sure, they just kept it hidden a lot better. But you can't act like, oh, they're so different now. All y'all hoes. When it's like in reality, they were hoes too. But it's like now it's just more.
No, not today. Sure. We literally have women running around, my wet ass pussy.
Yeah, but
you realize 40 years ago that would be completely unacceptable.
Men have been rapping about their dicks for like 60 years. I listen to that stuff. I grew up on the trap.
Male promiscuity and female promiscuity are not the same.
The only difference between male promiscuity and female promiscuity is that now female promiscuity is a little bit more acceptable, like outside. Before, women talking about that, like when Foxy Brown was out, all of that other stuff, that stuff wasn't as relevant. It wasn't like as acceptable. Like people had to pave the way for that. So now that the way is paved,
but it's not acceptable for a reason.
About it.
But here's the thing: it's not acceptable for a reason.
Yeah.
Because female promiscuity has dire consequences.
And do you understand why a lot of female rappers don't let their kids listen to that music, because they're not supposed to grow
up? So that proves my point even
music.
further.
Exactly.
What's the argument here?
What's the argument here?
Yeah, you're agreeing with him.
I'm
No, but I'm agreeing on the part that, like, okay, all I'm saying is that you were like, oh, it's social, we should be equal, etc., etc., and you're like,
no, I said that's what society says.
That's what society says,
but it's incorrect.
Right? But as a man and a woman, like, a woman's gonna play a woman's role, a man's gonna play a man's role, and everybody likes what they like. So the world.
But a woman's role, whether women
have we established what men and women roles are? Have we established the difference? Like, is it okay for you to have numerous sexual partners, to talk about it, to promote it? Is it more acceptable for a man versus a woman? And I really think that's the real conversation. That's the real conversation, because here's the thing: a lot of people are irresponsible. So when you talk about, of course, the more sex that you have or partners that you have, the more risk that you run of getting pregnant, catching an STD, something that you may or may not be able to treat, bringing children that are not wanted, basically because, hey, you're just having sex. You're just having sex with multiple people that you don't know. You don't know their lifestyle. You don't know their goals. You don't know who they are as people. So now you're promoting the hardship of having more children. So I wanted you guys to hear this.
Want to accept it or not is to not be promiscuous if they want to land a man.
That's true. You're right.
Long term.
That's true.
So what's the argument?
That's true. Okay, then we came to an agreement.
Yo, we came to the agreement. That took, like, bro, I lost brain cells trying to figure out what the argument was, bro. So, oh my god, bro.
Mental gymnastics.
Okay, moving on. Afro Sarkis. You got a point, right? You got a point? Oh, she don't want to say it now.
Yeah, you had your hand up the whole time.
I'm the whole time?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
had to put it down.
No, why?
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
say it.
Speak your mind.
It's because we don't want the viewers being interrupted. That's why. Because I'm talking to her.
I'm trying to
Say
figure
it,
out
please.
why is it so opposite for men and women? Why, because a lot of time nowadays when you speak to a man, they talk about like, oh no, we want to be 50-50 and that's how it is nowadays and stuff like that. So why is it 50-50 financially and stuff, but it's not 50-50 the other way around?
Like,
I can tell you,
they some bitch ass niggas. I don't know what to tell you.
Broke niggas, that's what else we're dealing with. 100%.
So I've always dealt with broke niggas?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
All right.
The argument about 50-50 is so funny to me because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. They're even though a lot of people portray like they have certain network ability, have certain financial reach, they've accomplished a certain level of success, they really ain't got it like that. They really ain't got it like that. So a lot of times when I hear conversations about, men that want a relationship to be 50-50, and I hear these other men saying, oh, they must be broke, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The average person that you meet can't afford to take on the responsibility of somebody else's bills. Let's just keep it real. They're right on the cuff of not being able to handle their own. They're barely handling their own shit. So to get with another adult and say, I'm going to pay your insurance, no matter what that insurance is, I'm going to now pay for your hair. I'm going to now pay for your barbershop visits. I'm going to now pay your car note. I'm going to now take care of you. Ladies and gentlemen, there are not a lot of men and women that can afford to take care of you. It's just not. It's just not. And a lot of people they're not even in the circle with those type of people. So when you hear people normally, when they talk about, just like this with this Fresh and Fit podcast or whatever, this clip of them saying, well, you must have been dealing with some broke men that basically promoted the whole 50-50 narrative. Well, my thought process is this. Salute, Meaty. Salute, I'm back again. I see you, King Twin. If you're dealing with somebody who is promoting the terminology of 50-50, hey, I'm gonna pay these bills, you pay that bill, I'm going to do this, you do that, etc., etc. It's a partnership, it's teamwork. My thought process, it is nothing wrong with how your relationship is set up. Don't listen to knuckleheads like Fresh and Fit or whoever's out there to have a major platform to listen to you and say, if you're a man, you're supposed to be able to you're supposed to pay everything. Ladies and gentlemen, there are not a lot of people in positions to pay everything. There are good men out there. There are good women out there that says, I can support you. I can help you, right? I can bring what I bring to the table, but it may not be enough to pay for the entire table. See, here's the thing. You might can afford the food, but you can't afford the table. You might can afford the table, but you can't afford the chairs. You might can afford the chairs, but you can't afford the home. Some people just need support. So when you push that narrative of y'all shouldn't be supporting each other, that man should buy you. He should pay for you. Well, here's the issue, ladies and gentlemen. If a man get with you and he's always buying everything and doing everything, he can replace you very easily. The value of love, respect, it goes out the window. Because just like he paid for your butt and your breasts and all of that work to be done, and he brought you that fancy car and that fancy house and them fancy clothes, and he kept you legit from head to toe, you know what he doing? Cheating on you. Cheating on you. You're replaceable. He brought you, he can buy another one. I brought that Lamborghini, I'm gonna buy that Lamborghini. I brought that Bugatti, I'm gonna buy that Bugatti. Stop trying to value your relationship on what a man should all be doing for you, and it's always materialistic shit. Love, cherish, protect, support, provide, yeah, got it. But not, you pay for everything, and my job is just to look pretty and talk shit. They say it ain't tricking if you got it. Well, if you got it, you do what you want to do with it. No one can tell you what to do with what you got. But the fact of the matter is, for you to send a message out that says, well, if their relationship is 50-50, Let's just say they both college graduates or whatever. They got student loans. They had other obligations prior to getting together. They're saying, hey, babe, look, you know, I got these student loans. You got student loans. We got this, we got that. But let's go ahead and split the house bills down the middle. You know what I'm saying? Or put everything in a pot, and then we'll split it down 50-50. You pay this, I'll pay that. Okay, cool. They get out of debt, they work on their credit, they both become great, whatever it is that they want to become in their careers, and they work together and build a family, et cetera, et cetera. But you saying, well, I know you got student loans and I got student loans, but now since I'm with you as your man, I'm going to pay your student loans, babe. Don't worry about it. I'm going to pay all the bills in the house, babe. Don't worry about it. Well, what exactly should that woman be worried about? What exactly the person that's paying everything and footing everything, what worried about? These are the conversations that for some reason we fail to have. While you're worrying about paying everything, what should the other person be doing? You can't tell me that I'm just paying for WAP. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that you just paying for penis. You're telling me that's the only thing that they bring to the table, sex and looking good. You smell good, look good, rub me on the back every now and then, but you ain't financially responsible for anything. I think for those people that can find themselves in those relationships, if it's not a pimp situation, if it's not, you know what I'm saying, a sugar daddy or a zaddy or whatever it is you want to call it, cougar, if it's not those type of situations, you find somebody that genuinely just want to take care of you, kudos, congratulations. But for those people that find themselves in a pimp situation or a gold digger situation or a cougar situation, you guys are going to always have the thought process of, this ain't my shit. They're providing everything for me. I ain't really earned shit. I ain't really making money like that. I really ain't got shit. So when they take that shit away from you and you don't have a foundation, they take the house, they take the car, they take the access to major funds, and the only thing that you got is a Coke and a smile. You're gonna take your fat ass, your WAP having ass, your good penis having ass, right? And you're gonna take that across the street, and everybody's gonna see how you didn't have nothing to start with. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when you ain't got shit, it is hard to walk into somewhere and demand shit. Can you imagine somebody coming into a relationship where you've established yourself and demand, you pay my bills? Ladies and gentlemen, people that know their worth don't get trapped up in that situation. They don't get trapped up, oh, you must be broke if you don't pay all of her bills. Well, can she pay her bills? Can he pay her bills? That's the conversation. Can you do for you what you expect others to do? Because if you're struggling doing the shit that you need to do, you can't expect me to save you. Ladies and gentlemen, know your worth. It is time. It is time. When I listen to knuckleheads like this conversation right here, well, you were dealing with a broke man if he talked 50-50. No, you probably was dealing with somebody who understood, I'm not taking on your responsibility because you're struggling yourself. You barely making it yourself. You can't pay your own rent. Oh, your car is on the verge of getting repoed. So I need to come save you because that's what real men do. Well, the expectations of you being able to take care of yourself should be across the board. Whether you're a man or you're a woman, you should be able to take care of yourself. Now, that's one thing if we get in a relationship or whatever case be, and for some reason you fall behind on payments. But baby girl, sir, ma'am, it is not my job when I first meet you within the first week. What bills do you got? Okay. Yeah, no. I'm going to pay all your bills. Don't worry about it. Oh, you want to get your hair done. You want bundles. You want bundles. Let me go pay for your bundles. Oh, you want to fly to Dubai. Okay. You couldn't afford to get on the city bus, but now you want to fly to Dubai. No problem. Got you. And some of y'all knuckleheads out there send that message out to other men that they're supposed to be, oh, send her to Dubai. No, send her back to college. Help her open up a business. Help her get her credit right. It's not about you flossing. It's not about you promoting, oh, well, let me put you in a better position and pay. That's the problem. If I pay for you, I can pay for somebody else. Y'all let that sink in. If I pay for you, I can pay for somebody else. You're replaceable. The same way I take you to the mall and tear it down. Hey, here go my card. Do what you do. Oh, no. You ain't got no limit. Do what you do. Is the same way I can take another female. Matter of fact, while I'm there at the mall with you tearing it down, right? Because you all shopping, you all on live and showing everybody, look what I'm doing, y'all. Yeah, now I'm over here talking to these females. Because now these females are noticing what I'm doing for you. Ladies and gentlemen, stop valuing the essence and the stability and the foundation of your relationship on materialistic bullshit. Because at the end of the day, if that man or that woman doesn't make you happy without saying, let me buy and purchase for you, they don't make you happy, then you're probably not going to be happy, right? And then they start to look at you as someone that they can purchase. I brought you. I own you. This is my shit. And then you find that, oh, well, now you can't do certain things because guess what? When somebody footing the bills, well, now you under contract. And the bad thing about it, fellas, is when you get women like that are only concerned about materialistic things. Hold on. When you get women like that and men like that are only concerned about materialistic things, they are always going to be concerned about materialistic things. You're going to spend half of your relationship, the majority of your relationship, trying to buy and spend. Buy and spend, not invest, not build, but buy and spend. That's what your relationship consists of. It's not love. It's not relationship goals, right? It's buying and spending every day on frivolous shit. Let me go buy you this $800 watch. Let me buy you this $3,000 pair of earrings. Let me buy you this $5,000 pair of shoes. Let me take this $20,000 trip. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not realistic for people that are average at best. You're living an average lifestyle, but you're dealing with people who could not afford the lifestyle that they want to live, the luxurious life that they wanted to live. They couldn't afford it before you. So now when they get with you, they listen to podcasts and they listen to men and women or whatever that have no realistic goals of value. They listen to reality TV shows. Well, he just brought her a brand new car. He brought her a Range Rover. You're not a man if you don't buy me a Range Rover. And then you got these weak men out here that believe that. They believe that. Every time you have a disagreement or whatever the case to be, you have to now buy your woman a purse. Oh, babe, I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, stop having people control your relationship, control how you think, control how you value yourself, because it's not worth it at the end of the day to stress yourself out trying to live like the Joneses or keep up with the Joneses, trying to say, well, let's travel. You got a 458 credit score. You have not accomplished not one goal yet. But you worrying about spending money that you ain't earned. Okay. This ToughLove. Mahalo at y'all. Peace.